You got sense of humor. You got mail. You got mail. みかんとマチクル。キャピクドンプレ。新地アカフィ。トキマシパド。あやまれば。哎，西西卡拉克是哪里的？好耳熟。你们到底在说什么啦？到底马西巴罗，马连马拉法，他这个到底是什么语？什么语？忘知道。What the fuck is Toki Mashibano? 什么拉个巴拉巴拉的，什么拉个巴拉巴拉的，啊啦啦啦啦啦笑死！嘟嘟嘟嘟。等一下哦，34，嘟嘟嘟嘟，34，看起来是大哎。
As the Emperor's spies told him, Sari had reached Novigrad. A lone attempt to find her in the North's largest city would certainly fail. But Geralt had friends he could count on. The Witcher decided to contact Triss Merigold.
太激动了！干，我同事他的那个 YouTube 频道，不知道为什么莫名其妙被锁了。他怎么都没做，他也没留言，也没干嘛，然后就被莫名其妙，而且也没被经过几高兴，不知道为什么。他写了一堆信，他写了40封，然后有大概2封是骂他，干起来几百垃圾 YouTube 员工全家死光。没有啊，你没看 YouTube 啊？没有，没有，就没有啊。你叫群开药，哦，有看到，有了 ，Death。
White head like a miller's son. Sorry, tired.
Hey, Whitey, why'd your hair go white?
这边小了一个太阳。啊？哦，我说我。噔噔噔噔噔噔噔噔噔噔噔噔噔噔噔。那巫师三好玩吗？它自由度高吗？你可以把这群人全部杀掉吗？他会砍怪吗？它是解谜游戏啊。哎，你的那个视讯画面是没调好啊，因为你那个选项都会被改过去。就你看你选那些什么牛奶、金属线什么，那个它都在下面，还是原本的长这样。它还有什么昆特牌组是吗？Girl? A nigga?
A dream in here.
Never witnessed a
Is
seance
a
like
fat
this before,
fuck.
let alone participated.
I will guide you. You must first achieve a kind of mental accord. I must ask some questions. You must answer them. It's important you're truthful. Answer from your heart.
Your gift. Tell me how it works.
It's hard to describe.
这游戏有
To
做
start with,
做这个画面
I
吗
must gain an understanding of the bond between the person and the object I'm
？It's
dealing with.
sex.
I ask questions, try to flesh out feelings, emotions.
哦，
Truth is essential in this. And though most who come to me,
What do you see in your dreams?
I don't. It's my client who sees. At times, nightmares or strong desires impose themselves on true events. It takes skill to separate seed from chaff.
Let's begin.
To start with, tell me a memory you have of this woman.
What for?
Do as I ask, please.
Let's
I need
begin.
the strongest, most complete memory you have of...
Siri. The woman's name
他
is
们干起来，他
Siri.
们干起来，他们干起来，他们干起来，他们干起来了。哎呀，哎呀。His name is City.
It was after her time training at Kaer Morhen. After the moment when Yennefer first called Siri her daughter. We'd been separated. I knew she was in danger. I dreamt of her multiple times. I found her at Stygga Castle. She'd gone there to free Yen and gotten herself captured in the process. They wanted to hurt her. I remember fighting side by side with Ciri on stairs slippery from blood. It was the first time she ever deflected a crossbow bolt with her sword. Told her never to try it again.
刀
These
疤
memories,
Jackson。
they're intense. Do you wish to
啊，所以这
continue?
样，你身为一个巫师，你有去跟别人爱爱是不是？
I have more to say.
那你现在去跟那个女的爱爱可以吗？还是你把
I
你把她
accepted
爱
a
完
job
砍了？
once. Did it. Asked to choose my reward, I invoked the law of surprise. Never thought I'd actually meet the child promised to me at that time. Years later, I was in the Broccolon forest. The Dryads
Kill
wanted to
that
keep her, turn her into one of
motherfucker.
their own. Ciri came out of Broccolon with me. I sent her back to her grandmother then. But already, I felt bound to her.
By destiny.
By something more.
Thank you. Would you be willing to share another memory?
Yes,
No need to rush.
Ciri was orphaned.
ありがとうご
during
ざい
the
ま
Second
す
War。with Nilfgaard. Had no idea what to do with a young girl.
干嘛一直跟他
So
讲
I
回
did what
忆
I would
啊？
have done
你
with
干
a
嘛
boy？and took
干
her to
嘛
Kaer？
你
Figured some physical training, sword work, development of her stamina couldn't hurt. I remember her standing on a crumbling wall. Strongest memory, though, is of her coming out of her room one day. Knew then that Ciri was maturing. It was unavoidable. I was lost in the face of that.
wanna cry like a
I
little
see.
bitch.
Yes,
In that case,
it was in Rivia. There was still tension in. I tried to do something, but a boy with a pitchfork. He ran it right through my gut. Yennefer lay dying as well. Ciri had us carried onto a boat. That was the last time I saw her.
you claim the woman has...
She's a child of the Elder Blood.
a descendant of bloody Falker. The rebel burned
Hi.
The prophecies claim the world's destroyer will be born of the firebrands.
Pure legend.
No when a legend transforms into prophecy. When it gains believers. I see.
No.
Naturally.
Let's continue.
Make yourself comfortable.
If
Who do you mean?
没有绚烂的动作场面了。
Yennefer wasn't in Novigrad, Triss was. But Ciri never found her. Maybe Dandelion.
睡上小死猪。他要按，他按他旁边，高三嘿，测奶。哦，他在织他的保险套。哦，这个人的衣服很美吧？其实配色蛮好看的，只是设计上有点。这鸟在叫什么啊？妈的，一把火烧了！妈的！那这鸟为什么一直烦他？这是谁在做梦？那个巫师在做梦。巫师。哦，我以为巫师以前长这样。
Dreamt of a swallow at first.
At times the dreams come more.
The swallow.
这个女人可以让我梦到我需要情报。
She contacted.
那你他妈当什么侦探啊？操你妈！你们两个联手去当那个啊！敢去买彩券了！我操他妈！直接梦到下一起头彩啊！
The Rosemary and Tuck.
As you enter the city.
那你总会有赌博吧
Dandelion inherited a brothel.
So I've heard.
干我他妈有这种女人，他妈我每天叫你给我过来让我睡，
I hope
让
you
我
find
梦
yours.
到头彩。
Yes.
哎，啊，他的女儿不是一个老老的那个吗？我记得《魔物猎人》。他女儿啊，白头发是吧？让完成做梦。
No glass tastes as sweet as the first backing pull.
Taste the salted coffee.
I'll kill for some
Tequila! Cool. 啊，台北市里面有乞丐啊。
This life, sometimes it's clever.
哎，啊，好大，每个地方都可以去吗？哦，那你只探险一点点而已哦。
Got a snake's tongue as well.
Right, finish. Got my eye on you.
Hard times we live in.
Gonna be sick.
can go in here, not my place.
I'll never come back, you stinking staggies.
All we wanted was...
Don't give a flying fuck what you wanted. Get!
Armed ruffians in town. Scandalous.
Next time I'll rip your fucking legs off and shove them up your arse till you've toes for teeth. Get out in the nick of time, as always.
Zoltan, with your boot to someone's ass, as always. Who were those men?
Local colour. I wasn't gone more than a moment. Long enough for them to turn our home into theirs. All right, time for some spring cleaning. I've got to boot them all out. Care to join me?
With pleasure.
You're in for it. Attack, Bandit!
But we can't kill him!
How long you gonna make me wait?
Back at me back!
I'll slay you like a
Good.
Reminds me of a piece of war. Eh?
Yeah, almost like we never left Bergen.
I'm pleased. That went well. Now we can greet each other like the gods ordained. Ages, pal.
Hey, Zoltan. You look good.
Training plenty lately. What with the war on, no Mahakaman meat to be found. You know, you've withered a bit.
God.
Fuck off, Geralt. Need to spill your guts to me now.
I'm looking for Ciri. I know she came to...
You mean she's come back? I'll be damned. But would she...
Hiding, probably.
See her in your...
Couple times.
Oh, not good.
Not at all, but I know she came here in contact. There's a few...
Let me guess.
Triss and I talk. As for Yennefer,
So you found her?
I will.
Meaning?
Where's Dan?
Like the... I just barely returned, as you saw. Dandelion gone, the tavern... Prime idea.
10 barrels of Toussaint Dry, 5 cases of sodden triple mead. Nothing here.
No, that's exactly what we're looking for. It's his planner.
Seems Dandelion's taking the tavern business serious.
If you only knew. Seems when he inherited this fine establishment, it came with some fine responsibilities. Bookkeeping among them. Oh. Here it is. Seems he's only been meeting women of late. The dog.
Torbia.
Not a bad idea. Dandelion's pretty loose-lipped. Might have blabbed something to a lady friend that'll put us on his trail.
Oh, so
That's what I'm counting on. We should divide these somehow. Perhaps... fuck it. I'll ask the lassies in my half, you interrogate the ones in yours. So, che?
Zoltan, wait. This is in verse.
And you figure that's unnatural because...
Wonderful. Meet me back here when you're done.
Right, yeah. If you need anything,
still here?
Just checking to see that everything's in place.
Actually, glad you... Though well she knows the touch of silken lace.
Molly. Keeps things tidy for the Baroness.
A Baroness within reach and he settled for a chambermaid?
Dandelion's not one to judge folk by their
Yeah, guess it... If I didn't know him better, I'd...
Oh, doubt it.
Doubt I want to hear...
Probably better off not.
Meaning?
She had him wearing mummers' costumes.
Huh, truly perverse.
He didn't ken half of it. Called him a stallion once. That's the fool took it as a compliment.
Vespula. Name rings a bell.
That's her. That's her.
Threw flower pots at...
His soul flame.
Like a rose abashed of its crimson... Dwarf. Never suspected...
Dwarfs with Roosevelt. Her dad's an Novgardian aristocrat with the Imperial Legation.
How dare she reject the great bard in favor of a common swordman?
More than one, it seems. Week on week, we get word has it her dad's now looking to hire her.
Like dwarf.
Her dad.
How?
Word.
A figure most rare. Well.
Not without reason. No,
you want to take...
Nah, you...
Why?
See, elven beauty's like a young Beauclair.
Well...
哦，你跳剧情看到了。哦，你跳剧情。
Go.
What? You hadn't been listening to it?
Ooh, what a smack!
Let's go.
I will get you every last copper. With
Horson's no banker. He's an honest man.
help!
What you hollering for, stupid wench? What are you hoping for? A night
看生活在这个时代的人到底可以干嘛
Close？ enough.
完全没有。
Keep out of this, greyhead, not your concern.
这个小丑在打人。哎呦哦！
Vespula's got someone else's protection now.
Really? Who's that be?
The King of Beggars made a deal with Junior. This is his turf now.
Didn't hear nothing about that.
But you haven't heard what Bedlam does to people who cross him. Or you need a demonstration.
Come on, Fritz. Boss wants it that way. It's how it's got to be.
Me, Mario. It's me, Mario.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. To think there are men who'll help a stranger out of the kindness of their hearts.
Not entirely out of kindness. And you're not entirely a stranger.
What are you... Oh, I know you. You're that witcher took Dandelion out whoring. Gerald, right?
Not Gerald. Geralt.
Oh.
Explain something if you don't mind.
So he said. Claimed I was his one and only. But he fell in with the wrong folk. You and that dwarf who always looks like a cow licked him. Said you two were a bad example. Wine, women.
Song. He picked that habit up from us too? Gotta have a word with him. What do you think?
Probably out whoring. That horse pheasant. That lying scoundrel.
Ouch. What did...
Same thing as ever. Prize bullshitter came back saying it was till death do we part this time. And no more than a week passed before I spotted him in Harbourside, strolling with some trollop on his arm. 'Twas the last straw. All those questions about the washerwomen at the bathhouse, then this. I beat him black and blue and threw him out on his ear.
Dandelion ask you about other washerwomen?
Maybe he likes some sudsy.
Ah.
Oh, this and that, really. I don't know. Maybe he's looking to hire one for his tavern. Maybe I got up.
This one?
Claimed she was his niece from Covia. Corset so tight her eyes were popping out her head. His too, come to think of it.
Thanks for your help. Listen, when I find Dandelion, anything I should tell him?
No. I mean, tell him he's a two-faced snake, but it would be nice if he dropped by.
你为什么在看这个？你是在看这个女人打偶像？
Ah,
你是在看这个男人打偶像？嗨。
I'm a friend of Dandelion's.
You've come to the right spot. How...
You, Eliel?
Yes? Now pick your jaw up off the floor.
Sorry, I thought Eliel was one of Dandelion's girlfriends.
Oh, so it's that. Wait here. Any better?
So you're...
这样，
Eliel.
我还没看到什么东西。
Did you and Dandelion... I mean... How did you two meet?
I met him one night in a tavern. He was blind drunk.
Gay. What? What are you gay? You
What
are
happened?
gay.
What do you think? We spoke.
That's it.
I'm not sure what you're getting at, but I should make one thing clear. Men don't interest me. Told him that as well. Luckily, Dandelion's an open-minded fellow. We had a lovely evening. He became a loyal customer afterwards.
Dandelion visit your shop often?
I tried many times to talk him into a decent doublet. Sadly, he'd only...
When did you last see him?
Some time ago. He brought... Odd as requests go, I had the distinct feeling he'd actually come to talk.
What did you and Dandelion talk about?
Let me think. If Dandelion and I hadn't laid our cards on the table at the start, in fact, he desperately wished to meet with him.
Kalkstein's in Novigrad? Wouldn't mind seeing him myself.
You're too late, I fear. The witch hunters nabbed him recently, but as he perished, ooh, the goings-on, impressive.
Really?
Radovid sucks flaccid cock.
I know this is none of my business, but why do you...
Why do I dress up?
As a child, I dreamt of becoming a Doppler when I grew up. I became a tailor instead. Discovered clothing. Costumes can express all the complexities of one's personality. I'm a Redanian countess one day, a dockside thug the next. That is true freedom. Have you never thought to become someone else? Even for a moment? Must be horribly boring being a witcher all the time.
I managed to stay interested. Thanks for your help.
I can help with much more. If you need new trousers or a vest, you know where to find me. Greetings.
Get that paw.
Wouldn't mind a few.
跟他爱爱，跟他爱爱，跟他爱爱，跟他爱爱，跟他爱，跟他爱，跟他爱，快点，快点 ，sex，干我 sex 干。 415下面接213，小啊。啊！我知道，我看不懂。啊，看不懂，想想。
Greetings.
Glad to take.
Of course, please do. If anything chafes or pinches.
Greeting.
So.
Another drift of infantry.
Move it!
out an area tour.
Dick.
Let me in his best that one
Why did that mate have to pull himself up at night out?
Bill, save me. I'm dying of poverty. Freak! The dungeon. That's where you belong.
Yeah, no. Oh, fuck, don't really know.
Starving this evening. Eat horse
Hey there. Excuse me. I'm looking for Marabella.
I am she. Wait outside. Class is in session.
跟这群人全部矮，小矮
It won't
矮
take long.，
尸体。
It turns out he'll not come after.
我不能等，等屁啊！
Oh, right.
死拉劲啊！要是我就不等了。等待你也会出奇迹啊！水鬼的，小哥们，口烂。
That hurts! Gonna be a butcher when I grow up.
Now can we talk?
Yes. What do you want?
I know you saw Dandelion read.
Oh, yes.
He read you his poem.
No. We peruse the illustrated guide to fungi.
Maybe. No. Won't even try to guess why he wanted to do that.
Mold. That was his interest. When his hand abandoned my knee to point at a figure of penicillium, I knew the fire between us had died. Permanently.
See Dandelion?
No. I even considered granting him an up, but he never came back to see me.
Found a poem Dandelion wrote about you.
Really? Horses have always fascinated me. I've always longed to extol their noble beauty. Did you see any... Gee up! The snakely whip rose the stallion danced betwixt her thighs. Lather bathed its chinny chin.
Sorry, don't know much about poetry. Thanks for...
那你什么？你们在说什么新盖的东西？嘿，那嘿，小偷欸。
Oh, stop it!
Oh!
Mm. 叫什么？
Do you like it here?
Just this morning, my Greta came back from the market with news. Some mysterious murders happening in some house. Your Greta's got the imagination of a drunk troubadour. She
This Baronet's Lavalettes villa.
Shouldn't interest you. The Baroness don't mingle with just anyone.
Don't worry. I'm here to see your chambermaid, Molly.
Out of the way. Baroness is riding out. Be gone.
Greetings, Witcher. Must admit it's curious to see you here. I don't quite believe in coincidences.
Geralt of Rivia, slayer of monsters, and my son.
You're right, General. My visit's no accident. I'm looking for someone.
There's no one here who wishes to see you. Captain, this man is not to enter. Forgive me, Morvran, but I've lost my appetite for the races.
Kill a woman's son and appear at her doorstep? My. I thought witches had better survival skills than that.
Looking for a girl named Molly. Heard she works here.
I fear your information's out of date. Molly no longer works here.
Seem to know who Molly is. You also know she doesn't work here anymore. Know where I can find her, maybe?
This time of day? Probably sipping punch and considering which horse to bet on.
Not in the mood for jokes.
I jest you not. After Arian's demise, Luis's nephew came to pay his respects. They now await his inheritance.
Gotta wonder if Molly fell for the net.
We cannot know that just yet.
All right, so where'll I find the newly minted Lady
Our dear little Molly, that's exactly where I'm going. Since you stripped me of Louise's company...
I kind of want to spend.
Think I can find my own way to the Vegelbud home.
Very well. Perhaps I can convince you to join me later at the races. I should keep an eye out for you.
Please restored. Counting suspensions. I have never posted. I will. I wish.
believe someone promised not to tell.
Damn it.
Shakeway, back. 疯子。你要装冷气。好了。秘密的道路，好寂寞哦。
Odd though he is, girls can't seem to look away. 好亮，好亮，太亮了吧！啊，亮，要不能取消啊。
Driving in slippery, the bugger was quick as a tomcat. Scrambled out the hole in the back. What do you want?
I'm the new cook.
And them pointy things sticking out behind you, they your cleavers?
Away with you, vagrant.
What's this? Didn't hear me tell you we ain't looking for no cook? Sod off!
Give me respite, give me hope.
Nothing hurts as much as life. Radovid's not a whit better than me.
Come closer, don't be shy.
他被城镇中进，你就把他们全杀掉，把这个整个城镇都杀掉。你比警卫还弱，那你会什么魔？算什么会魔法师？你就用终极的中烟魔法啊！
Interesting.
ditzy men like me. Whole town's going on about it. So no point playing hard to get, sugar puss.
It's Lady Varatra to you. And I'd advise you to sod off, sugar puss, before I... Who are you? Why are you here? Answer this instant or I'll summon the guards.
Sorry to sneak in, miss. I'm Geralt, a friend of the bard Dandelion.
Geralt of Rivia? The famed witcher of the ballads?
What are you doing here, vagrant? How'd you get in? I let no one in the front, my lady. I swear it on the great sun.
Not a word. I'll handle this. Hold your tongue, sir. This is Frederick Francis de Bergerac, my new swordplay instructor, correct? Show him to the training room. I shall join him shortly.
But miss, he just claimed to be the cook. He's a cheat, he is.
See, Frederick, did I not warn you not to jest with the guards? They haven't any sense of humor whatever. Now take Master de Bergerac to the training room, quickly.
As you say, miss. Won't you realise what you've gotten yourself into?
Hope so too.
Miss Rose has got a downright beastly temper. Shows no mercy once she grips a sword. Grab a wooden one. And take care not to hurt the little miss. You'll learn the ambassadors to follow me.
那不用拖把拖地。是吗
You're my new instructor. Well, Papa clearly went out of his way this time. Wood, to start with. I must know your worth. Why bother with two swords when you can barely handle one?
Come on, come closer.
Damn it! Well fought. You're much better than the last one.
I'm not actually your swordplay instructor.
Really? Then who are you? And how on earth did you get in?
Am I imagining things? Didn't we just have this conversation in the garden?
The garden? Yes. In the garden. So, what was it you said? Why are you here?
Before I ask, gotta admit, you do pretty well with a sword. One pointer. Don't expose your left flank when you dodge.
Oh, I know. Terrible habit, but... don't you dare try to dazzle me with advice.
Came to ask about your rhetoric tutor, Dandelion.
Rhetoric tutor? Good one. That is why Papa hired him, but not at all what the bard had in mind. He mostly played his lute and sang for us. I believe he thought he was wooing.
Mean he wasn't? But you had some sort of relationship.
If you call him chasing after me a relationship. Even so, there was nothing between us. Seems my sisters had a bit of fun at our expense. But enough chatter. Stand and fight. I demand a rematch. Yeah!
不要魔法把它烧成白痴掉。
You're quick.
Shit.
Why bother with 2 swords when you can barely handle one? Damn it! Well, if you're not an instructor, you should certainly be one. Fancy giving me a few private lessons?
Can't rightly refuse a request from a lady.
What are you two lovebirds whispering about? You asked about my relationship with Dandelion? Well, here's the mix-up's mastermind, Edna Va Atra, the greatest mischief maker north or south of the Yoruga.
Hang on. So it was you in the garden?
Of course it was me. Why, did Rosa try to play you for a fool? Don't be mad. We've done this since we were children. People have always mistaken us for one another.
Take it Dandelion did too.
On occasion, yes. But then Rosa would quickly set him straight. If you'd shut your catty mouth for a moment, dear little sister, I could explain. Edna sent Dandelion some love letters. She signed my name. Conceited as he is, naturally he fell for it. I was left to repel the aging bard's advances. Rosa, I had the best of intentions, you know that. I felt you needed help taking the first step. You blushed every time he sang a ballad. He'll next sing at your funeral if you don't stop it right now.
Quiet.
Ooh, now that's a mentor. Strong and decisive. Perhaps it's time I took up swordplay.
Listen, I just want to know one thing. Either of you seen Dandelion lately?
Edna might have. I certainly have not. My dear sister, I would never spend time alone with a man for whom you burn with a secret passion. Burn with passion? For one who incessantly praises another woman's talents? Afraid I've more sense than that.
Dandelion act any different lately?
Strange? It's no use, Geralt. She's so enamored she'd hardly notice if he turned into a werewolf. What? You needn't pretend.
Rhetoric lessons in a cemetery.
We set out to visit the graves of celebrated Oxenford.
Who?
Eccentric old coot. He'd apparently been an important...
What are 2 young Nilfgaardian aristocrats doing in Novigrad?
Dying of... Papa's a diplomat. Takes us along everywhere he goes. And so in Novigrad, the task... Edna!
Bet sophisticated...
We've picked up a few...
Wonder how the war's going.
Papa says much depends on Radovid, and on who captures Novigrad.
What's Novigrad got to do with it? Free city. Never taken sides. Always stayed out of conflicts.
Oh, even children know Novigrad's home to the world's largest fleet. And they say the city's treasury's bursting with enough to equip 2 armies.
Emperor continuing to push north. Courtiers must be ecstatic.
His confidant.
Why not?
Papa says the war's disrupting trade, and people are tired of financing the Emperor's adventures.
Changing subject. Who'd dandelions sing about?
I believe she's a poetess, but who knows? The bard might have invented her just... I'd say it worked. You've gone all red in the face, Jeff. Your face will be red when I scratch your eyes out.
Been a pleasure.
Exceedingly nice to meet you. Well, can I expect any more lessons in future?
Awfully convincing, miss. Wonder where you learned it. Name the time and place.
House here, tomorrow. Same time as today.
See you then.
See you, Master Witcher. K-Swix. K-Swix. KSN.
Shut off!
How do you find Novigrad? Does it suit you?
And whosoever contributes coin to the cause is sent. Hey, mate.
See, you managed to find the place.
Not that hard. It's not exactly a small concealed hovel.
I must say, of all the creatures in this region...
All the same to me. Call each one I ride Roach.
Strange. The grey is Cantarella, sired by Cahir, the champion from Vol.
Yeah. Gray's a good color. Even looks good on horses.
My coin's on the Black Stallion, Nemrod, purest Nilfgaardian stock.
Surprised he didn't salute you, General. Know anything about the Chestnut or the Bay?
The Chestnut is Thunderbolt, a pure-blood Britannian, gallant steed, but too headstrong for my taste, difficult to control. And the Bay hails from Zerrikania. Lord de Volte acquired him recently. I know little about him, though Zerrikanians are reputed to have incredible stamina.
Seem to know your horses.
I find them to be far more honest than men. Must say, I'm curious how you manage in the saddle, Witcher.
Mostly just try to stay in it.
What would you say to a little race?
Not what I came here for.
Don't make me beg, Witcher. Tell you what, win, and I shall give you my finest saddle. Made in Nilfgaard proper of beautifully tanned leather.
Why not? Wouldn't mind seeing if your knowledge of horses translates into riding skills.
Ha! Splendid! In that case, you must choose a mount.
Redanian chestnut looks promising.
In that case, I shall try my luck on the Zerrikanian Bay. The horses are saddled. Let's begin.
Riders, ready!
Move it! Come on.
I adore the speed, the rush of air. Spare the horse! Come on, Witcher! Let's see what you're made of! Don't spare the horse! Come on, Witcher! Let's see what you're made of!
The roach I chose put in a nice run.
Exceptional. I've not lost a race in a while. I congratulate you. That is yours. Ah, look! Lady Latar has just arrived.
Who?
The woman formerly known as Molly. There she stands.
Right. Thanks.
I shall be here for a time. Find me if you'd like to ride back to the city together.
Who do you favor, milady?
Can't decide between the black stallion and the grey mare. Keep going back and forth, back and forth. Sorry, don't believe we've been introduced.
I'm Geralt.
Geralt! That Geralt! The one Dandelion's rescued time and time again.
Mm-hmm. Wouldn't be here if not for Dandelion.
Told me all about your adventures. How he'd ready you for battle with his songs. How he tamed the Karen by playing his lute.
I meant that literally. Dandelion's why I'm here.
No. Sadly, I haven't got a clue. Ever since I became Lady Latard, it's been nothing but balls, banquets, and other such... what's it? Congregations. Awful tiring, all this. But... or maybe his sister could help you. Such a nice girl.
I'm under the impression Dandelion
Oh, that's because I never told him I stopped.
And your husband has nothing against it?
Course not. Sweetiekins couldn't be happier that Dandelion's...
You do realize Dandelion doesn't have a sister.
Sure he does. Saw him myself. Funny, she don't look like him at all. Blonde, for starters. Maybe they've different fathers.
Mm-hmm. Different mothers, too.
Maybe. But you could see he cares for her. Looks after her. The way he carried her packages and...
These packages, any chance they were trunks, travel cases? And this girl, possibly a Truberitz?
Yes, yes. Now I remember. She's a travelling performer.
Exceptionally. And very loving as well, I'm sure.
If you only knew. Dandelion even wrote a poem for her. To my dearest...
Any chance you remember?
Of course.
What?
To take me on a romantic cruise of the... Said there'd be strawberries and that wine with the bubbles, and he'd sing me aria.
Thanks, Molly.
Wait. Dandelion told me once he'd show me his etchings, but he never did. I'd so like to see him.
Won't be too hard to convince him. He loves showing off those etchings to anyone he can.
Oh, that's wonderful! Thanks, and good luck to you on your search.
Ah, Geralt, there you are. Shall we return together?
Gladly. It's a long way to Novigrad.
I'd say the same. And here we are. Thank you for your company.
Likewise. See ya.
Ah, Geralt!
Big changes afoot in the Empire?
You've no notion? The Emperor summoned you. He only ever summons with reason. It's clear he seeks his daughter.
You know a lot.
I must. I am my father's son.
What's your father got?
He is close to the Emperor. And knows the But, as is known, an Empress needs an
Farewell.
Demon! One drink, all I had. From now on.
So, how you go with this here? I was laughing a bit out minding my own business when suddenly got a little case of leprosy 1 minute. Next thing I know, I'm bankrupt with no means to earn my livelihood.
Up the chase.
I've petting me old
whole family. Properly wiped and dysentery.
You've got to bury your loved ones at least. I don't even know where mine are. Fine message.
How are you keeping, Bobby? Miss your Zoltan, you old bum? What's this? Haven't even drunk her water? Naughty bum. Now repeat. Savoury crackers. Ah, you're back! You met Poppy? She ought to start talking any day now.
That Field Marshal Duda's replacement? The Marshal was a parrot, you do remember, right? Where'd you get her?
At auction. Some mage's estate went under the hammer. Witch hunters and the Eternal Fire joined forces. Spurish things up for sale. Happened to be passing by and saw this out. Came with her own cage.
How could you resist?
Good day. 'Tweren't possible. So,
women on my list hadn't seen Dandelion in a while. Thing is...
What's she supposed...
Blonde, from Kovir.
It's Priscilla.
Who's...
A Troveritz, like you said. Quite popular of late. Picture Dandelion with a pair of tits and you've got the general...
Interesting image. So
I think he fell in.
What can I say?
Could be she's his match, or laddie's head's on fire. Lassie's got him whirling.
All right. Guess we gotta talk to her.
Priscilla works for the Mummers troupe. Reynard and the Foxen. Whenever they're in town, she performs nightly at the Kingfisher.
Mean we've been sentenced to an evening of poetry?
Must you always... This...
One drink all I had.
Hey, handsome.
Help! Save me! I'm dying!
Right, grinning.
The Passiflora's Novigrads been fixing us.
No, should have come to the wrong place.
Strong to the trace.
What? That is the... In the light of eternal fire, right under their noses.
Bothered? Officially, they're tremendous. Unofficially, they've got them themselves.
Scandalous. Letting such miscreants into the city.
Darkness everywhere. I see it all around.
What do you have on offer?
Redanian dumplings, speciality of the house, heartily recommended. Blimey. A vatgun in my establishment? It can't be.
How do you know I'm a witcher?
Are you joking? Silver blades, who else uses them? Crafted in Mahakam, am I right? Must be about 40 inches long?
An elven sword expert. You must be Ibir Hattori.
Ah, Indeed, I am.
Geralt of Rivia. Heard a lot of good things about you.
A pleasure, Geralt. How might I help you? Care to try a dumpling?
Tasty.
Glad to hear it. Anything else I can do for you?
Looking for a good swordsmith. No one?
3 swords on your back. A bit much, don't you think?
Good one. But all jests aside, you make swords anymore?
Really. It's dumplings now. I must make a living. But I miss the hammer, anvil, and bellows. Oh, the heat.
Don't know what you're talking...
I shan't greet a witcher with dumplings. Come, let me show you something.
Quite a collection. Premium quality, too.
Thank you. I've kept these as mementos.
Damn shame you don't make them anymore. I'd gladly replace what I have with this kind of steel. Someone with your skills? Why the hell are you needing dough?
This might surprise you. The pay is better. But above all, it's much safer. Food vendors rarely disappear or end up as cripples.
I see. Someone controlling Novigrad's smithing market?
Not officially, though. All supplies go through Ernst van Horn, and they say he plays cards with Cleaver, frequently.
Ernst van Horn? Who's that?
Modest beginnings. A small dockside workshop.
Other methods?
A bit of slander here. Buying business debt cheaply and taking over there. And whenever the competition was a ploughing non-human, he'd accuse them of being Havakars.
Is that how he did you in?
I did not give up without a fight. I went to Town Hall, negotiate.
Tried negotiating?
With Van Horn? Do you jest? He's a proper heartless bastard. Either play by his rules and pay him, or go out of business.
I see.
But I shan't complain. Dumplings have proven an excellent source of income. It's just... well...
You miss the heat of the forge. Tried getting supplies from someone else?
Those rogues of the underworld control all the sources. How am I to talk to them? Unless... would you be willing to help me?
Want me to help you get your supplies? How?
Just come with me to a meeting. As my bodyguard, it'll bolster my confidence.
Right. King wouldn't worry about an embargo Cleaver imposed.
It's just... he demanded an inordinately large...
Could I choose something from your collection?
Oh, forget this rubbish. I shall forge you a sword fit for killing gods.
I don't know. Criminal underworld. Not really sure I want to meddle with them.
I badly need your help. Van Horn is a Van Horsen. He must be taught a lesson. I'd be eternally grateful. Plate armor, yours. Or perhaps you'd like a catapult or a trebuchet.
Fine. Arrange the meeting.
Splendid. Meet me after dark, near the crane at the docks.
eyes of war veteran.